more time, it will cut 1,000 people off. And then before you know it, we add another 500 to cut them off. And so this is what we are going through. But the Biafrans, we are ahead of them. And in just few months' time, we are going to have our app, our social media app ready. So we don't need all this nonsense. We have our own world-class, just the same service combined together are off. So all we need to be doing is that from the app, from our Biafra app, we'll be making our broadcast and sharing it to the platform that has much number of people until we take over from there. So the broadcasters will be using our app to do their live broadcast and share it in their different platform where they are now until we draw everybody Biafra app, because it is a freedom app which does not give you any restriction. It's a freedom fighting app. So anybody downloading the app know that you are going to have a free freedom of speech. Free speech is very, very important. That's what we are fighting for. So the app is nothing else other than to push for the freedom of people. So those who feel that they are being suppressed in different social media platforms will have the opportunity to use Biafra app. It is going to be one in town, and believe me, we will shock the world. In a few months' time, that app will be ready. So all this nonsense will stop. Removed from YouTube. It does not stop me, from doing what we are doing for the Biafra people. And today, the message is penetrating even more. At the time, I had 30 million viewers on YouTube, penetrating more than the time I had 50 million on YouTube. So, what I'm trying to say is that the more they try to suppress this particular speech and freedom, the more harder we will come on our enemy. We will continue, and if they cut it off again, we will come back, because I need to answer questions today. The 3-day sit-at-home is here. Do not fall victim to the Nigeria propaganda that they are going to use to fight Simon Ekpa. Do not fall the victim. We know that in Imo State, the illegitimate governor of Imo State has organized many civil servants to come out, and they are going to kill them. And when they kill them, they will say, oh, it is Simon Ekpa that put the sit at home. We don't care. So long as we have nothing to do with it, it is your business. This is not the first time they have done something like that. This is not going to be the last time. But what we are assuring them is that no amount of propaganda and blackmail will derail the template for the Biafra liberation. And the template is that we are going to fight Nigeria with everything using this multi-dimensional approach. The civil disobedience have worked. We have delegitimized Nigeria for the past 3.5 years, almost. We'll continue to delegitimize Nigeria, making sure that nobody will come to Biafra land and kill our people and go free. So this civil disobedience that is coming on the 3rd, on the 29th of May, 30th of May, and 31st of May will be used by the Biafra people to vote Nigeria out, to vote Biafra exit, to make sure that the delegitimization of Nigeria is taken to the next level as we wait for the 2nd day of December 2024. That we are going to be making history here in Finland. So everyone, that especially those that are not in the homeland, those of you that are in Imo State, if you know you have anybody that is a civil servant, Hope Uzodimma has, positioned them to be killed for nothing. We don't want anybody to die. We don't want anybody to be used to blackmail Simon Ekpa. If you allow yourself to be used to blackmail Simon Ekpa, believe me, you will die in vain. We don't want you to die in the hand of Nigeria state, in the hand of Hope Uzodinma, who has planned to massacre France and say, oh, they are the one who put the shit at home. Now they are trying to enforce it. Do not. That's how we usually shout it. You know, Nigeria scam is what they are known for. Fraud is what they are known for. They cheat in everything. They will tell you something else and do something else. And when Hope Uzodinma wants you to come out, please tell him to come out first, to come and lead the way in Imo State from the 29th of this month. And so that at least when they start shooting you, you know that the police following him were the ones shooting you, because the place where he is going to come, they will also shoot people there. So please, we do not want anybody. They have done everything to make the people of Biafra hate us, but it is not working. As you can see today, the turnout of the voting is another groundbreaking. And of course, I know it is going to be shocking them, but we don't care. So please, everywhere you are in Biafra land, Anambra State, Old Anambra State, Enugu, Old Enugu State, do not come out. They have positioned themselves and many people will fall a victim. We don't want you to fall a victim. We want this particular message to be shared across Biafra land, and our State of the Nation, State of the Union address will be on the 30th. So on the 29th, we will see from 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening, everywhere in Biafra land will be shut down. On the 30th, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., everywhere in Biafra land will be shut down. On the 31st, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., everywhere in Biafra land will be shut down. The only thing you are going to be doing is, if you have a unit, a polling unit in your own vicinity and you have not voted, just go and exercise your own voting right. And if you do not want to participate physically, pick up your smartphone, go to the online and register your vote. It's very, very simple. There is no ID card needed. There is no picture needed. There is no email needed. All you need to do is write your name, your state, your date of birth, and click vote for Biafra. And also, I will shock you people today that we also recorded people who voted for Nigeria. Today, people voted for Nigeria, but I am not blaming them. I think maybe they don't know how to use either the voting card or something, because no Biafran will want to participate in this and then vote Nigeria. We have few people that actually voted Nigeria, but it's a good thing. We are not expecting even a single person to vote for Nigeria, but those people who voted, I believe they did not read English very well. They don't know which one is is it yes or no? Now our people in the village, many of them cannot even read and write. So I believe these are as a result of those who did not understand English. All right, I will give the time to the host. You can bring people in. I'm open for question and answer. Thank you. Before they cut us off again. That one.
Master Sonny, are you there? Okay, fellow Biafrans, we are going to be bringing you in now. Thank you so much, our Prime Minister, continue to strengthen you for the work you are doing for us, Biafrans. I happen to be the Deputy Minister of Communication, Raphael Shabaka Jere. Please, as you're coming in, just raise your hands, and we are going to give you the microphone, please. Do not waste more than 60 seconds. Thank you very much for all your, and you can well agree with me that these are not the days of Uhuru yet. We are not yet in Uhuru. Do not come with accolades, just come with questions, engaging questions indeed, so that the PM will respond. So the first hand I'm seeing here is Maazi Benchuk. Benchuk, please grab the microphone. You have 60 seconds. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mazivan Bambam. Thank you, PM, for the wonderful job and the wonderful assignment you are doing. You are really, really, really wonderful. PM, I just have one question. It's like an information receiving from hinterland. we got informed that Hope Uzodinjo is using another system now of land grabbing by using some operational ruler. I'm from Olu, precisely. There was one of the traditional ruler called as a Douglas. Now they wanted to and belonging to 3 communities, saying that they want to build he wants a lodge. It's Douglas or what? I don't know information about it. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't have any information about this, but what I can assure Biafrans is that every land grabbed from indigenous people will be revoked. Immediately, Biafra has been restored, completely revoked. Thank you.
He used now Caterpillar and with other people now to be clearing the land.
He can use space, what is it called? If he likes declared and restored, every land will be revoked. And let them be alive. I just pray that they are alive to witness it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Benchooks. You repeated that question as if you don't know what it takes. When the course, please.
Now to the diaspora because since they are not a lot of, it suggested that since a lot of people don't know how to operate with the type, if it's possible to bring this type they are using in homeland now to the diaspora so that can participate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Those how to vote can stay. It is even in homeland. It's needed this freedom more than anybody. At the same time, those of you in diaspora, if you don't know how to use your phone to vote, shame on you. You can't live in diaspora, apply for residence permit in your country, apply for passport, went through all the schools you went through by applying for your document, and then it comes to your freedom, you contribute money and you don't know how to vote. That's a shame. So we don't care for you. And remember that if you do not participate in this voting, we have record of everybody that participated in the voting. So once, even if you are paying billions and we did not see you participating in this voting, my brother, you are going to lose a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, PM. Thank you, Mwanya. Pass the message across as you've gotten it. All right, Warris, grab the mic and bring your question. Please, 60 seconds. Thank you.
My Prime Minister, thank you very much for your hard work, for your good work. We all love you from Urobo Isoko State. We pray for you every day for more God's blessings and to strengthen you for all you do. My question, I don't know if I can ask the question here a little bit dicey regarding security.
Please don't ask it if you know it is dicey. Don't ask it then. You already are not comfortable with it. So ask a question relating to the days we have at hand for the voting and the voting, please.
Okay then. Then let me go regarding the radio. No, the first time when you said you are going to start from the coastal. So I'm thinking the radio will start from the new data. You said data, old data. The first time. So now you said radio is in now. So I'm just wondering, how long again will it take for it to get to Urobo Isoko State? Because we are desperate of it to get that radio for us to do the needful. Because it's like they are not getting it because there is no radio for us to preach the gospel to them. Although we are through the space, but we'll have that Urobo Isoko radio, I think we will penetrate even more. So that's my
First
question
of
to you,
all,
sir.
Yeah, first of all, get a location ready for the radio. Get a location ready for the transmitters. The place where the radio is going to start from now in the coastal side is in former Akwa Ibom State. And I believe that this week we are into, the radio will cover the entire Akwa Ibom State. That's our target this, because we've delayed the kickoff of this project for 1 week. And technical issues, sometimes you plan and then something will come and delay it. So we are hoping that by this week, before the end of this weekend, the people in Akwa Ibom, in order for please, who is this? Please, who is this meeting himself?
Who is the person? Oh, I have to remove him. I'm sorry, sir.
So the people in Old Akwa Ibom State or former Ibom State will be able to start listening to the voice of Biafra satellite radio. So that's where we're going. Then, if you want to be in the next list, please, your admin should liaise with the person I gave you contact last time, the same person. Liaise with them and let them find a suitable place. And if you have 3 places that is ready, then Urobo Isoko will be the next state after Akwa Ibom, from Akwa Ibom State. Thank you. So the ball is in your court.
Okay, the 3 places, sir, will it be in the same state? Like we have Saple, we have Warri, we have Ugel. Can we separate
your state? What is your state name?
Urobo Isoko.
So Urobo Isoko, we have 3 transmitters. So look for where to be. It can be stored. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you, Warri sister. Thank you for that very important question. And please, if you unmute without getting the mic, we will remove you and we will not bring you up again. We'll give you the microphone. It means that you have to stay muted until you are given the mic. And the way you get the mic is by raising your hand, please. Thank you very much. Mazi Onyeka, unmute yourself and 60 seconds, please.
Thank you so much. My great Prime Minister greets you and your cabinet and ministers. More greets to your elbows. Pertaining the woman you talked about when we are giving your speech, Aisha Yusuf, whom I learned she's from Igodomi, according to her. I want to ask her, is she aware that her people are being killed in mass? Are you the one that's causing it? The people that are being killed in mass in the north, beheaded, that pay money to go to their farm, pay money to harvest their crop, are you the one that caused it? Fulani woman and give her free hand to use her to perpetrate their agenda, not because they value her. After using her, they will throw her away like others. They give her free hand. I want to ask her this question. Are you the one that causing the killings in the north? Where people are being beheaded, where villages charge millions, if they don't pay, they carry you to and behead them, and ladies, they will not come back again. Are you the one that caused it? I think that woman that is prized, we're going to give her what she has prized this time around. I'm so angry for that to they open her mouth to talk to my prime minister and also talk to anyway, that one is by the way, sir. Some from Odumegu State, from Uli County precisely. Last time, a few days behind, these criminals that are being sponsored by Shina Sanwo and Paris Kumango, Kadu White, and Benjamin Madhu and co. They attacked people and they were shouting Biafra. They killed and they robbed them. Although I thank God that my people they understand that they are not fighting for Biafra. But I just want to draw your attention to that because they are doing it repeatedly. Even they almost killed my brother, but the bullet they shot her went and killed someone else. The next day they want to kill the person in the shop. They say use this bike. They use this bike and the AK-47. So immediately I told them that these people, they are not for Biafra, being sponsored to sabotage our women that are defending our lands. So I thank God that those guys, my brother, they understand. So I just want to draw attention to this. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know. The PM, I've heard you and maybe respond later.
Yes, please send them the media team where this thing is happening. So we're going to see how to start dealing with them. These criminals, it is a game they have done for many years, and now, of course, they are out. You see them shouting on social media. They are not finding things very easily, but we'll not allow them to flourish. Thank you. Fellow Biafrans, before the next question, there is something going on which and I want people to listen to this particular voice.
And also a pharmacist. I'm a consultant obstetrician gynecologist. What I have heard and I have listened to is actually really giving me a high sense of burden that there is a vaccine in the town moving around and it will get to Igbo land on the 28th of May 2024. I want that every family, every girl child between the age 9 and 14 as they have stipulated, even between the age 9 and 55 years, any lady between the age, in fact, every girl, every lady who is not above 55 years, don't take any vaccine of cervical cancer prevention. Every cervical cancer care is administered when you have gone beyond your childbearing age. If by omission...
Are you hearing that? They are bringing vaccine to stop reproduction or reproductive system of Biafran women. Today, they are bringing vaccine. That vaccine is actually meant for people that are above 50 years, women that are above 50 years, that no longer give birth. They say this particular vaccine is for girls between age of 9 to 14. What kind of evil is this? On this note, anybody that is going to come from land to give this particular vaccine, capture them and give them, administer this vaccine for them. To them, let them carry it. We don't need anybody from Nigeria state to come to our land and give this poison to our young girls so that they will not be able to give birth. That is the target, because they know they can't kill us with guns again, and now they want to stop our children from giving birth in future. From the age of 9, they will give you this particular injection and it will destroy the reproductive system. That is the target. And we will not allow them. So when they come, let them first of all take the particular vaccine, and after taking it, you turn them back. After you have captured and give them this, let them take the vaccine by themselves. After that, they will go back and let them come back after 4 years. And let's see how, if we are going to, continue to be with them or not. In the next 4 years, they should come back. By then, we don't need them because by then we are already in Biafra. So nobody is allowed to bring vaccine that Biafra people did not test and did not to lab to know exactly what this vaccine is all about. As a matter of fact, it is a doctor that is giving this information, and the doctor has explained that this particular vaccine is for women above 50. Why would you now come to Biafra land? I want to inject this particular vaccine to our girls that are between the age of 9 to 14, because they think that now they cannot kill us with gun again. Let them come with the vaccine so that they will not be able to give children, to give birth to young children anymore in Biafra land. So by the time this, if they succeed in this, and these girls will take this particular vaccine at the age of 9 to 14, in the next 20 years, nobody will be able to give birth again in Biafra land, and they will eliminate us. This particular plan can take them 100 years, they don't care. But it will not happen. Our eyes are open. I want everybody to listen.
case of eventuality that you want to prevent cervical cancer, you must be diagnosed and be sure that it's a high-risk situation that you are developing cervical cancer before you take any medication against cervical cancer. Cervical cancer is a very rare gynecological disease. It's a very rare cancer. And I want to advise people, ndị Igbo, unu saa anya na mmiri. Any prevention, any drug prevention, any vaccination against cancer of the cervix is quite obnoxious. It is quite killing, and it's about to making our young girls and our young ladies, women at childbearing age, to be sterile.
Are you hearing that?
Take it, read it, and inform others to reject it as well.
Thank you very much.
I remain your brother, your friend, Dr. John Nwabeze.
That is an advance from Dr. John Nwabeze. We are not only rejecting it, we will make sure that those who are coming to administer this particular vaccine take enough dose of it before going back. That is the order. They will take this particular vaccine and then go back. That is going to be the experiment. They can't use our children for experiment anymore. From age of 9 to 14, when they actually, this particular vaccine is for age of 50 and above. And you tell me, oh my God. Anyway, you can go ahead, the co-host, please.
Thank you, PM. Thank you very much for this very vital and very timely information. Please, you need to share this particular video, share this space, and let everyone get this information. The media will also intensify this information going on at least within these few days, so that one must be aware. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. Please, my Minister of Information, I don't know if you are there. If you are there, please always indicate we are still here. And if you're having a challenge, you can just go down and come back again. You will be co-hosted by the PM. Probably you're having a network challenge. Thank you, my able minister. Now,
the information reaching me is that Peter Mba is copying our space. And he want to come to space. He want to come to space.
Oluwale Mongo Park. We move. Airborne, brethren, airborne. Okay, we have 555 in the house, our co-minister in the communication department. 555, please, you are welcome. Take your chance, 555.
Yeah, thank you, my minister. Thank you, our PM. May God Almighty continue to bless you. Without wasting time, please, this question I want to ask is something that is disturbing a lot of people. Then the question is concerning the ID card, which we are doing. And I want to ask this question so that I can have it on record, so that every other person that is affected will take it and solve his own problem. You know, Nigeria is being, there are a lot of fake documents. Some people that want to do the ID that is using another people's country to seek asylum in Europe, and they have a European passport and the European resident. Now they want to come to Finland and they want to do the ID card with those fake ID card identity they have. Now, the Biafran ID card is digital, #1 in the whole world. They are asking now, we get the ID card, Biafran ID card, with the normal resident they have here in Europe, every other place in the world. Since Biafra is more digital and authentic, when they do it, when Biafra is restored, how are they going to get another ID card that will suit to their original identity? This is the question I want to ask. Please. Thank you.
As you know, the Biafra government is only verifying the identity issued to every Biafrans anywhere they are in the world. These are the documents we are recognizing. We're not recognizing Nigeria document. So if those people who are using fake name or fake information, it is not at this point in our position to correct already issued a document by, any nation or any country in the world. So it is not the position of the Biafra government at this point. But after Biafra has been restored, recognized, and become an independent state, then we go into verification of the individuals who have used fake document or fake name in different countries. And the job of the Biafra government is to go into verification individually, where you are going to prove who you are. And then, of course, the investigation will be done, and this thing will be handled on an individual basis. Then the government will be able, if you pass this test, the government will be able to change your name or your identity based on the information you submitted that the government has verified. So this is going to be the way it is going to work. So the name you're answering now on your document in your different country of residence, document that the Biafra government will, nothing else until further notice. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Fab, are you okay with that? Yeah, I guess yes. Okay, thank you.
Work bad for Nigeria. I don't know if you go fit consider me.
User. Hello? Who spoke now? Okay, please, Claire, please grab the mic.
Thank you very much, Pastor Van Van Van. And good evening to you, PM. Thank you for your good work, and thank you for your resilience. Your integrity is intact. Your what you say, you are a talk and do minister. Can you hear me?
Who is Mike? Okay, Chuku, you're gone and you will not be coming here again. Please go ahead, Claire James, please.
Right. Thank you so much. I do appreciate all the effort you're giving to our people. This news you've given us is for its dad, because I'm in the health sector, and the news is going to be start this from the 28th, which is tomorrow. So that is very frightening. This is an emergency. So for anything to be distributed like that, the state health sector must be involved. So it's important that our message should be directed to all the states health sector, so that these vaccination or to kill our people will not. I want you to make a pronouncement, or let them know that it's not only the people that is bringing the vaccine. I don't know the meaning of that. Is she afraid to be a Biafran? Because Chuku means it's something that is synonymous to Biafra. So Aisha has always been a mole. It is used by the Nigerian government. So nobody should. I'm just saying that I want you to make a reference to this middle name that she's got, so that she can be exposed for who she is. She's just frightened that Biafra is on his way, and that is the same thing every one of them is doing currently. So that's my question. Thank you, Pastor Van Van Van, for allowing me to make this comment.
Thank you.
Sorry, I did not understand the question.
The question is that Aisha has a middle name that has It's called
Chuku.
Somoto Chuku. So I wanted you to make a comment about that.
Somto Chukwu. She's from Igodo. Somto Chukwu is her name.
Yes, Somto Chuku. It means because this is where, because she's from Agbede in Edo State, which is Edo State. So this is what we have been saying, that we are all the same. So why is she having? I mean, you can't really answer the question because you are not you are not her parents. But I just wanted you to make a comment on that. That is her middle name that she's got.
Well, I'm not aware of her middle name.
Yeah, that's the middle name in the paper.
Yeah, and one thing you know that well, if that is her middle name in the paper, then you know, she's deceiving herself. But I don't think the question is something I'm going to address because it doesn't have any connection with me. Anybody can answer anything, you know, to deceive herself or some people. So her name can be anything, but I don't want to start saying that she's a Biafran and all that. So I don't want to go into that. I have responded to what she said, and we'll leave it at that. So if she's a Biafran or her name is whatever Tonchuku, I don't care. We have seen people, you know, even speaking Igbo more than many of us, and they are not Igbo people. They are not a Biafran. So the name does not mean anything to me. She can be anything. Thank you.
Thank you, PM, and thank you, Claire James. Yeah, very important that has been cleared. Rage and Fury, has your network got the chance to allow you? Open your mic and come with your question.
Pastor Papa, thank you very much. I hope I'm coming out.
You're coming out clear. Go ahead.
Correct. My Prime Minister, the Biafra Egblara, the man we call from Isoko Agbadagruru. Also, I scribe body for you. You dey make us proud, you understand? God bless you for all that you are doing. Within 50 seconds, I go make my submission and ask my question as they hold. Make it a bomb, you understand? My submission is that Simon Ekpa no good. Simon Ekpa is this, is that. His enemies are looking for their heads to kill. But the idea of Simon Ekpa, the chief of defense staff, is using it by saying for the first time in Nigeria that the database is very important. That we have never heard. That is the idea of the prime minister of the Biafra people. And the governor of Abia, is it Alex Oti, is even copying another that they are abolish, so, which is also the idea of the prime minister. You see how human beings deceive themselves. That is that. Man, work with my time. People like them, Asha Yesufu, these are people that deceive young people who think that they had leader leading them during NSAS, and they led those young people to go and die away. You understand? The blood of those children, the blood of those youth will continue to haunt them, and nothing they will do in this life that will be very good and go well with them. Thank you very much. So my question is very brief. I want to ask about the satellite TV and radio. The question is, when, for those of us that are not in Biafra land, but we are in Nigeria, can we receive the Biafra radio, the satellite radio via our phone? Can we also receive the satellite radio via our phone? Second question is, can this Biafra satellite TV be received from GoTV? Like if you have GoTV now, you understand? Can you receive it from there? Those are my few questions. I drop the mic as people.
I think the Biafra satellite TV, you can receive it on Amos TV.
You understand? Fire down.
Yeah, the Biafra satellite TV can be received on Amos TV. You know what is Amos TV? And then also the satellite radio. Once you receive the Amos TV, you can also receive the satellite radio. You know, through your phone, you can as well listen to it. But as we go on, when this radio is, you know, we have installed them in different states. Many of these questions will be answered by, you know, the information that will be coming from the technicians. But at this point, the satellite can be received through the Amos TV. I don't know whether there are other ways to receive it apart from the Amos TV, but we have posted this particular video on how to install it in your homes, and these videos are there on our page. So if you go there, watch the video, step-by-step installation guide, you are going to have about how to install or where to find it is there to, you know, the question answered itself, because That is guide step by step on how to install it. And we have posted that video several times. So some of you should be able to be on our page at least once a day to know what is happening. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. I understand that very well. Isoko Urubu and the Prime Minister, understand. My President of Nigeria, Biafra, under Biafra, Maro, understand. Why you vote, we vote, to support the Prime Minister, and Gagaro, build war, my country, thank you very much, Prime Minister. Respect.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for translating that into our modern tongue, and the home front people are getting it clear and as they hot, like you said. Thank you very much. All right, so we'll move. We have Chukwumeze. Chukwumeze, please unmute yourself and bring your question as quickly as you can. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Pastor Van. Good evening, my Honorable Prime Minister. Good evening to all honorable ministers in the House and all well-meaning Biafrans and our friends of Biafrans. Thank you for this opportunity. I just want to, before I proceed to my question, just thank my Prime Minister for all that he's doing. You understand? That direction of that eagle eye that we are looking for is here. And we can see how fast we are moving. Thank you so much. Thank you for all that you're doing for us. I mean, Chukwu continue to bless you. So my first question is this. I want to ask, Prime Minister, on the last press conference you had, you were saying something that you never sleep, boy, you smile. I want to ask, how do you do this? And also, second question goes like this. I know that Africa has always been a corrupt place, and that is why those who own Nigeria and are using Nigeria to perpetrate what they are perpetrating on the indigenous people have to wait for our leader to get into Africa before they can do what they want to do to him. That is kidnapping. I want to ask, knowing the fact that Africa is very corrupt, and in regards to we dragging into court, so I want to know, like, how is this going to affect us in terms of their corruption if Nigeria decide not to show up or even not to answer to that court hearing? And the final question I want to ask, I know sometimes in the past, during the time that the economic team of Biafra was unveiling the how the budget of Biafra is going to be. So I want to know, just me being curious, because I know what we are trying to do is to free our slave from both the hands of the Fulani and neo-colonialists. When it comes to a new nation, I know money is needed to fund this nation. How does Biafra intend to start with? Are we still going to go back to all these neo-colonial organizations like the World Bank? That's how to get loans from them, so that, because I don't want anything that will have any external influence. I want Biafra to be run by Biafran people, and every decision that will be taken should be taken by consent of Biafran people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's a very important question, but at the same time, we are open to the present. So what we decide now may not be what we could decide at the verge of independence of Biafra. So on the issue of economy is something that we are going to be doing in present. It's not in anticipatory. So if I answer you now, we are going to have, of course, we cannot be isolated at the same time. So the IMF is an organization that however you want to be, you must have something to do with them. So at the same time, what we should be focused on is the way of negotiation on the agreement, but the Biafra people are going to, present and put on the table. We have what we call in Igbo, Adeji says, the person that carries the palm trees, that the goat follows the person. So Biafra has the palm tree. The IMF has to follow us because we have what they are looking for. So the question now is that those that are going to be negotiating for the Biafra will be experts that will only negotiate for the interest and only the interest of Biafra people. It is Biafra first before anything. And that's why our own is going to be very different. So we cannot be isolated, and at the same time, we are going to make sure that if we go into any treaty or any agreement with any international organization, it must be for the interest of Biafra first, because we have what they are looking for. And we understand that very well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my Prime Minister. Amichuku Kabema, continue to bless you, give you the wisdom and the strength to continue to lead us. Thank you. I yield my mic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi Chukwumeze. Thank you so much. All right, Helen Peters, please grab the mic. 60 seconds, please. Go ahead, Helen Peters.
Thank you very much, my brother. May bless you. And my appreciation to our Prime Minister. God continue to empower you. We appreciate you for all you are doing for us. As for that lady, Aisha Yusufu, she is a Biafra from the northern Edo State. She has never used her voice one day to voice out for the poor people they are killing in her own state. Her own state has been ravaged by this uncircumcised Fulani. But because she's married to them, she's comfortable living with them, with the Sharia law and everything. She wants us to become one of them, to believe in that man, a rapist, a pedophile, that is the front of their religion. She wants us to be Islamized, and that will never work for her. If that is the reason why she's crying, she's going to continue to cry, because Biafra is come, and we thank God she's already with them in the north, and she's going to remain with them in the north. That is aside. So that of cervical something injection that they said they are giving, even over where we live in foreign land, they don't give injection treatment. They only call for at least screening tests every 2 years. That is my field. They don't give any injection. So our people should not go for any vaccine, because this is just an agenda. And I want to use my language to pass it to my people also. Sir, permit me to use my language, because I'm from Isoko, Robo State. Please.
Go ahead, but
A
make it
woman,
very quick and brief in 60 seconds, please.
yeah. A woman wa Bobby wa Violedi. Injection na Tana Beroka emete mave yamana ware oho is not for you. If you la be bre yeni e bro. If you la ware oho, that is it. Thank you very much, my Prime Minister and Pastor Van. May God continue to strengthen every one of you. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much,
Thank you for
Helen.
now.
Blessings.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, mouthpiece of the gods. The goddess is in the house. Please grab the mic, please.
Thank you, my minister, Van, and minister, our own information minister. Please, all protocols. I greet you, Your Excellency, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I'm coming from another angle, please. Don't laugh. I just want to ask you, since this mass exodus of voting by the Biafrans, are you drinking wine or are you just drinking water? That's my question. Thank you. Because me, I'm drinking wine here.
I have not started drinking. I'm still in the mathematics table.
You have to drink.
Thank you. Mouthpiece, is that all you've got to ask?
Yes, that's all. Everyone's saying everything I want to say, so I'm good. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mouthpiece. Thank you very much. All right, Success is here. Success, bringing you in. As soon as you come in, please grab the mic. As soon as you come in. Triple MI, please go ahead. You've got 60 seconds, please.
Yeah, thank you, Pastor Van. I thought you just forgot me. My able Prime Minister, the hope of Biafrans, the only one that restored so many lives in Biafra land. When people thought that all hope is lost, you came and restored all of our hope. Both those that is sick, everybody wakes up. Thank you, my able Prime Minister. Biafra will speak about you. As we remember of other past heroes, Akogi Aga Akoste na Biafra land. Now, my question is this, my able Prime Minister. You know, Chuku is trying to touch it, but he never presented it the way I wanted it. In regards to the petition against the zoo in AU. Now, as as we know, Africa as a corrupt country. If this time they're supposed to invite the zoo and they fail to do that, and it happens to get to our redeclaration date, is there in any way the effect of that will affect our redeclaration, or we still go ahead to do what we are supposed to do? That is my son. Thank you very much, my PM.
Thank you very much. It is not going to affect us, rather, it is even going to give us more backup. What we are doing is that we have demanded that the African Union Court, the AU Court, rectify this particular referendum. And then not only the referendum, proceeding to this referendum, we go to the declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra, which we made very clear to them on, in the filing. We've also given them the date of the proposed declaration. So our next phase is for them to also rectify the declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. We have 5 countries that recognized Biafra during the 60s. They have not denounced that recognition. So we are going to activate that immediately for 2nd of December. What we are doing is, if Nigeria decided not to honor the African Union, which we are not bothered about, but it is a call for calamity. So the only way to avert the calamity is for Nigeria government, the terrorist of Nigeria, to address every demand made on that particular document. If they fail to do that, the calamity will be for Nigeria. I'm telling you, and we made it very clear that the only way to avoid the calamity that is about to befall Nigeria is to respond, and not only responding, but also that they must meet the demand of the Biafra government. And it is very, very clear from point 1 to 17 also. Very, very clear. So we are not expecting them to do any magic, but at the same time, it is a formality. It is also the right step which you have taken, because the next thing people will do is that, have you used all the remedy available? So the remedy, one of the remedies is what we have done now. And of course, like we said, if you do not do this, calamity will be for Nigeria. And that is the final thing. So we wait for them so that somebody will not say, did you do this? Did you not do that? We have done everything, and this is one of them. And remember, just like our attorney said, this is the only time Biafra has a well-organized government, that the international community will respond to on anything. And this is it. So recognition of government in exile is always something that is very difficult, but it is going to come when you hit when you hit the right target. About people should not know about whether Nigeria is going to respond or whether they're not going to respond. Africa is corrupt or whether they're not corrupt. We don't care. We are using one stone to. So they respond, good. They don't respond, the liberation continues in a different level. But the only thing is that when they ask you, what have you come to do this we are doing, you will remind them and make reference to how all the remedies you have used, both the political solution, both the diplomatic solution, both the legal solution, and then coming to your self-defense, leading to the armed struggle. And they will understand that it did not just start yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you, PM.
Thank you, my Prime Minister. I really appreciate you. Biafra will always be proud of you. Nke ahụ nke ndị ihe ndị Igbo na-akpọ atụgbuo dike n'ogu eburu ya gafee ama nna ya. Udo dịrị gị, my brother. We move.
Thank you. Ndewo, Machineke. Ndewo. Thank you so much.
Kedu ya atụgbu n'ogu ebuwe gafee ama nna ya?
Triple M, you can never have.
Yes, dike atụgbuo dike n'ogu eburu ya gafee ama nna ya.
Wee na-ajụ kedu ya atụgburu n'ogu eji wee gafee ama nna ya, unu ji wee fụ ya wee bụrụ okwu.
Nna anyị ukwu, ihe a bụ asụ Igbo anyị, and nna anyị ha ga-amakwanụ mmeze ka njọ nna m.
Sometimes iru ha na-atụ ọ bụ na ejiri ya wee rụọrọ anyị sayensị, anyị aka agaghị ọfa. Onye iru ha na-atụ gasị amaghị ebe ha si ebute odozi iru ha na-atụ.
Thank you, my PM, sir.
Arụ anyụ onye ejigharị kedu mgbe mmadụ ji nọọrọ elu wee nyụọ arụ n'elu ijiji wee o wee gba ijiji gharị ọ bụrụ okwu.
Thank you so much, PM. Thank you, sir. Nigeria na Bagara Roko Hanyuala. Success is in the house. Ago Biafra. Success, please grab the microphone. Success in Okuya, I can network.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mazi.
Okay.
Can you
We
hear
can
me?
hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, fellow Biafrans. Able Prime Minister. Good evening, sir. Fellow Biafrans, we are almost at the D-Day of our remembrance. And to honor this very remembrance, we are embarking it with 3 days of rest. So you need to use these 3 days to salvage yourself by asking for your polling unit. If you have any across your vicinity, go and vote. If not, pick up your tab or your phones or your Android phone or iPhone, anyone you have, then make sure you cast your vote within these very 3 days of massive exodus. So the PM is not joking, and those who took him not serious before are now really taking him very, very serious. Somebody asked of how to um, put up a Biafran TV or Voice of Biafran TV in your home. It is not only available in Biafra land or in Nigeria, it is also available in all parts of Africa. Wherever you are in Africa, once you, even in Egypt that is close to Israel, you can pick up your satellite gadget, pin your satellite dish on 17 degrees east, and it's only available on Amos 7. And also on Utelsat, you can also get it there on Utelsat if you properly manage the Amos 17 at 17 degrees east. And what are the satellite decoders you are to use? We are only on free to air. It is not subscribed. You are not going to subscribe it after you buy the gadget. You just fix it and you continue to watch it from eternity to eternity. Whenever you have the power, there is light in your homes, and you have the chance, you can tune on to Biafran TV and it is on. You are not spending a dime to recharge or to subscribe to the channel. It is free to air. And the
Am I the only one that lost Success there? Okay, go
very
ahead.
cheap in the market. You,
Go ahead, Success.
can you hear me?
Go ahead now. I almost lost you, but go ahead.
Okay. You, you can get a strong decoder. If you are of Deeper Life Church, ask your pastor what is the name of the decoder they use to transmit communist message.
Okay, did Kumuyi, maybe Kumuyi did not like that. Network ceased from my end. I don't know. Is it my fault?
Yeah, Success is always having a network issue with there. So
Okay. Yeah, okay. Success. We Kumuyi in a way we could share your voice. I got Kuya very soon, okay? We move forward before we get Success. I am happy we have a Nigerian Citizen Welfare Association here. Though you didn't raise your hand, but I'm curious. I want to know why you are here. Unmute yourself, Nigerian Citizens Welfare Association. And the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is here and will answer your questions. Please go ahead, Nigeria Citizen Welfare Association. Unmute yourself, please. Probably you have no network in that part of the zoo where you joined from. Are you there? These are the kind of people who want to come up here and ask us questions. Hello, unmute
Good
yourself.
evening, my PM.
No, kwa. Also, my PM. Getting point Nigeria Association. PM, who call your PM? Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead. Let's
yes,
hear you.
it's my PM. Forgot the logo in the forum. It's the logo I used to be fighting them together with you.
Okay, go ahead. You want to
So,
ask something? Go ahead.
hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, please. Go ahead. Very quickly, please. 60 seconds.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. I don't know what is wrong. can hear you.
Hello.
Okay, maybe his network is not
We can
connecting.
we can we
Hello.
can hear we can hear him. We can hear him very well.
Hello.
Please, we can hear you. If you cannot hear us, go out and come back again.
Sosa can continue. You can go out and come back again. Thank you.
Go out and come
Hello.
back again. Okay, I'll you out so that you go and fix yourself. Success, please, if your mic is good enough now, go ahead. Success.
Okay, am I coming out
Yes,
now?
it's better now.
Am I coming out
Yes,
now?
Mazi, you're coming out now.
Oh, okay, okay. I think I heard you mentioning Kumuyi because I mentioned Kumuyi.
Yes, sir.
That is where people stop hearing me,
Yes,
right?
yes, correct.
Okay. I said if you attend Kumuyi Church and you watch him on TV, ask your pastor the name of the decoder he book Kumuyi. It is either strong or cast decoder or Visat. It is a non-subscribed decoder. You get it in the market. You find an installer, which you also they are going to give you from where you bought the decoder. They will come and install it for you. But the thing is that it must be on 17 degree east. Amos 17. That's the name of the space that is covering us. Amos 17 or 17 degree east. Then you'll be able to get us, and then you also get Ambazonia TV. You also get a lot of TVs from Ghana, from Madagascar, from this my man place, Burkina Faso, and all other places. You can get some of these French TVs on that very channel. So it is very very simple. It is you are not going to recharge it. Go to market and get a decoder of 17,500 to 18,000 naira. They sold that strong decoder. Then get the dish pan, then the accessories, that's the wire and the rest. Then get an installer, he will install it for you. It is ever everywhere. It is not only limited in the homeland or in Nigeria, but as well in all African countries. Wherever African boundaries stop, that is where the service will stop. But wherever you are, you can listen to it. And those in homeland are only limited for the FM and also this very satellite decoder. They are enjoying two arms of listening to PM on FM and on the decoder. But if you are different, then you have to go for the decoder wherever you are. Wherever you are, you can get it, and PM will streaming live as he's coming live on 30th. We are going to watch him live and direct on that TV. Thank you very much. This is what I wanted.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you, Mazi Success. Thank you very much. All right, we continue. Please, if you are not raising your hands, you may not stand the chance of speaking. So try and figure out how to raise your hands, because I will not leave those that are raising their hands to call you, please. David Nana, please unmute yourself and come up with your question.
Thank you, Deputy Minister of Information, Maziraf Ajere, and I still appreciate my Minister of Information, Sonny Akbarawa. Your Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic Government in SI, I salute you, sir, from my location. Sir, please, I will come from a different angle. And I don't know whether somebody have asked you this question before. If they have, please, I didn't hear your response. That is why I want to ask this question, sir. And my question goes like this, sir. In the history of freedom fighting, I never read that Mandela or Mahatma Gandhi gave a time frame for their restoration or for their freedom. So you joined this freedom in 2019. And in 2021, when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, even when our leader was here with us, our leader never gave a time frame for the restoration of Biafra. But immediately Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, and the leadership and this liberation, this restoration fell on your shoulders. You told the Biafran people But you cannot fight for this freedom for more than 5 years. And since 2021, you have put every mechanism in place to make sure that all the functionalities of a government is in place. And you gave us a time frame of 5 years. That 5 years, 2024 this year, is making it 5 years. And you have also a mark 2nd of December, the day Biafra would be redeclared. My question is this, sir. This 2nd of December, making it 5 years, that just like you promised Biafran people, does it mean that you actually know? Because you made this statement not 2024. You didn't make it not 2023. I think you made this statement 2021 after our leader was kidnapped. And that 2000 and that 5 years is going to end to tally with 2024. Is it because that you know that this Biafra will be restored, or are you putting this December 2nd, 2024 because you want to tally with the 5 years that you stated? Or is it that you know actually that Biafra will be restored in 5 years? This is my question, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, if you can unmute yourself, because that is nice. First of all, I made that statement in 2020, not 2021. So 2020, I made that statement that I will fight this Biafra more than 5 years. The point is that if you understand how government work all over the world, you are going to understand why there must be a time frame. You don't, in these days, you don't fight for something without a vision, without a focus, without having, scheduled where you want to be at a particular point in time. And because we are fighting for a nation, we need to keep our people updated. We need to keep track of what we are doing. We need to also show to the outside world that we have plan and vision. We are not just, gambling our freedom or trying our luck, so that we know what we are doing. That's one thing that every reasonable government will want to know. And for example, I will, make reference to Brexit. When you look at the Brexit, when they started, when Nigel Farage started, he was at the European Union, and they were laughing at him that Britain will exit the European Union. They were laughing at him in the first place. And then he went back to the United Kingdom, started a campaign of Brexit. When the campaign heated, they started discussing about the referendum. And they actually went into a referendum and voted for Brexit. And of course, the majority of the United Kingdom, the British people, voted to exit European Union. And then the discussion started from there. They begin to set date. They have to set date, and then they have to also postpone that date of Brexit. They had to go into negotiation, into discussion, or diplomatic, war and all that affected the scheduled time frame. So they have to also change again. So if you followed the Brexit, you will find out that there were change upon change. There were kind of the ambush upon ambush, and and all manner of propaganda from the European Union, from the British, and all, so. But the fact is that they remained focused that at this particular point in time, we must have exited the European Union. So they have a time frame. So you cannot be doing something without a time frame. If you do not have a time frame, it means that you don't actually know what you are doing. So all you are doing is waking up one day, every day, and leave. And then when the night comes, you go to bed and sleep. And then the next day you wake. Let us see what this today will bring. You can never achieve anything without that vision. That vision of knowing what you want, how you want to achieve it, and then map out the plan, how to achieve it. Give yourself that goal. and pursue that goal you give yourself. That's how things are done. So when I joined Biafra struggle, before joining this Biafra struggle, I have studied everything. I've studied the movement of the IPOB. I've studied Nigeria very well, and I know exactly where things were going wrong, and I know where things were going right. So I know all those things ahead of time. It's not like I just came in and then I wanted to do something, and so I know everything ahead of time. I came, and that's why the first time I started broadcasting, I told the Nigeria government, go and hire the highest person. I don't know, some of you who followed me from the one when I started broadcasting from 2019, when I started making videos, I said Nigeria military. I called Nigeria military, not Nigeria government. I said now you have to go and bring out your best. I believe that video must be somewhere in YouTube. Somebody will still have it. So when I came to this struggle, I came prepared. I did not come here to do jamboree or to do try and lock. I came prepared. And when I was discussing with Mazi, with Ucheme, then it is not something I want to go into. I know so many times that I reach out to this Ucheme for, but these are the people who blocked everything that was coming to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So when they see that you are, that is something you have, or maybe they see that something you are carrying that they don't carry, they don't want you to get closer to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at all. So everybody can know how they fought to stop the broadcast that how I hosted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on our platform then. They did everything to stop it because they know there is something in this guy, right? There is something in this guy. So it was the whole hell was let loose that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must not appear on my platform. So there is something that they saw that many people did not see. And that is the word they don't want that thing they saw in me to, to be out to the public. But this is the example of the so no matter how, you can never cover pregnancy. Because the more you try to cover it, the more far can you shoot out. That's actually this was actually the explanation of what these people did. Because then I was advising Ucheme for what to tell to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when I send those messages, who knows? It doesn't get to him. So I find out that, most of the conversation between me and Ucheme for doesn't get to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And of course, at the end of the day, you see how God works his own thing, and Ucheme for was out of the game. That was when God began to position, because the Biafra is a spirit and it's a divine mandate. So it is going to shape the whole thing to make sure that this Biafra come. Ucheme had problem. And he was out. Now, the next person was this George Onyibe. George Onyibe was the first person to attack me in IPOB. He was broadcasting and was attacking me, Simon Ekpa, this, that. Many of you may still have that particular broadcast. On that broadcast where he was attacking me for the very first time, he said, if they go to war front with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu want to do anyhow, he will be the first to kill him before the enemy. The broadcast is there. Already Biafra. So I listened to this broadcast. I caught that particular session where he made that comment. And I was like, no. How can you say things like this? And also, even if you want to say, so what message are you trying to pass to the Biafra people by saying, if you go to war front with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that this Biafra thing is not, if anything happens, you will first of all kill him before the enemy. So what exactly message? And during this time, he was the IPOB and was the African rep. So I caught this video, this audio, analyzed it. I sent it to the people in the United. I sent it to Ogbuehi, this Ogbuehi in America, because this story, I don't know if I have told this story before. I sent it to Ogbuehi. Then I do not have a direct contact with Ogbuehi even. So I sent it to somebody who is very close to Ogbuehi and asked the person to forward this video to Ogbuehi, this audio to Ogbuehi, and asked the person that Ogbuehi should forward it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that this guy is a betrayer, and Onyendu should watch very closely that he's not real. Whether this audio get to Onyendu, I don't know. But at the end of the day, he was also expelled. You see how God was positioning the whole thing. All those bad eggs were people I have used try to contact Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and to send some advice. But I believe that maybe that particular audio get to him and he began to watch George Onyebe and how he started misbehaving. At the end of the day, he was removed. And they told me that Onyebe had been sacked. I was like, okay. So a lot is happening until I get in contact with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that was how this whole brouhaha started. And the day that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was supposed to broadcast, was supposed to come to our platform, he was on the phone. Everybody was calling him. Don't go. Don't go. He did not take out. The guy was fighting IPOB in Finland. If you know what he did in Finland, the phone was calling from here, hey, until the dying minute. Then everybody heard how they were confessing on their radio that they tell Onyendu not to go. And at the end of the day, Onyendu went. So God positioned this whole thing to happen. And like I said, when I came to Biafra struggle, I came prepared. And that was the reason why I know that it is not going to take more than 5 years to declare Biafra. And today is not because of that 5 years. So I want to declare the restoration of Biafra just to meet 5 years. No, you yourself have just said that within this short period, we have been able to fix everything. That is exactly how proactive, any genuine person must be. You have to put everything in place. And also, there are many things that we are using against Nigeria, which Nigeria can never understand. In fact, one person in Finland then, who was part of the IPOB Nigeria there, was telling me in those days when they started knew that you are the thing that hit Nigeria and they don't know what hit them. And I don't know whether that guy we still remember all those things. So anyway, the thing is that what we are doing is not a try and log. I said, we are not trying our log. You must put every mechanism in place, all these things in place that qualifies you to be recognized as a nation according to international law. And that is exactly this principle we have followed. And we are following it, and you can see the result it is bringing out today. And remember that as we are doing all this, we know it is not very easy for any nation to recognize you as you are fighting for freedom. It is not easy. For any, in fact, actually, in the history of freedom fighting, it is only Biafra, that actually has been recognized by nations during the time of their fighting and declaration, very easily. You know how many years it's taken now for Palestine? They committed act of terrorism after a decade fighting against Israel. Now, they are recognizing them, and then UN is debating and then also recognizing them. But you know how many years it took them, and also they went into committing act of terrorism against Israel. That is how these things are done. So you must be able to know what you are doing, and once you know what you are doing, the rest is history. So no matter how they try to distract you, you stick to your plan and template, and that's what we have done differently. So if you see, for the past 2 years, we have been able to build and unveil the Biafra Defense Force. We have been able to equip them, arm them, give them sophisticated weapons to be able to defend our land. And you see, for the very first time in the history of Biafra, Nigeria has fought a war in Biafra land and lost. While we have not even started, we are fighting a guerrilla warfare. And again, they also have adopted what they call the jungle warfare. You see the Chief of Staff, Army Staff saying it, that now they have adopted the jungle warfare. So we are giving them what they are bringing to us. It is you give, take. It is do me, I do you. It is akonye wetel enye. So they bring out that particular jungle warfare. We are also into guerrilla warfare. So, and they can't see us, but we see them. This is our land, and they are complaining. And like I said, they can never win this war. Nigeria can never win this war. They can never. because the system we are using is completely different from anything they have seen in the past, and they can never win. They were not trained to fight this kind of war, and they cannot win, not in our terrain. Thank you. So I know exactly why I said 5 years, and that 5 years will not pass. From the 2nd of December, the whole thing will change. Thank you.
Wow. And Akukwa, public government media will cut out this and make it go viral. Seconds, please.
Yeah, thank you, my brother Raf. Thank you, my Minister of Information. God bless you, my Prime Minister, Meji Bwagowan, Ndiro Sinodironko. Thank you, my Prime Minister, for all that you have been doing for us. Mechuko Gabiama, bless more, Ebon, sir. So there is something that is bothering me. There is an information that I got from Old Imo State, Owerri precisely, because I don't like maybe seeing this zoo military being happy or being living a kind of a flamboyant life in our land. There's something somebody told me day before yesterday or yesterday that the zoo military army in Obrinze, that they collected land belonging to a particular village, claiming that they want to make use of the land, maybe to add it with the one they have. At the end of everything, they started parcellating the land to be selling it a kind of like the real estate business is going on in Biafran land. So they are now selling those lands to individuals, which that was the land that they collected from the individuals, the villagers. So I don't know if there is anything you can do to help the people out, or maybe for you to stop them, because the money they are getting from there, they will still be using the money to fight us. So that's what I wanted to chip in and see what will be your reaction, sir. Thank you, sir.
Do not listen to every story and do not believe every story they tell you. There are a lot of fake stories going out there. What we have made very clear is that nobody will take our land and have peace. Not the military, not the police, not the Nigeria state, not the governors, and that issue I've addressed before. So, but don't listen to every story that you hear. Most of them are fake stories. Thank you.
Thank you, PM. Thank you, sir. And that should be very clear to you, my brother. It's not everything they tell you, because this is propaganda season. People use propaganda to distract you, and some people derail out of not being, grounded in the truth and following up. Anything that doesn't come from the space, Twitter space or X handle of the Prime Minister, take it with a pinch of salt. Don't believe it. Thank you very much. Move. Our own sister, the Dominica, please go ahead and bring your question to the PM.
Good evening, my honorable Prime Minister, ministers in the House, all protocol observed. I don't really have a question, but I have like two things to say regarding the cervical issue, the cervical immunization issue. The first thing I need to say is the plan to reduce the population of the world is something that have been channeled by Bill Gates, and Bill Gates has already signed contract with Nigeria to promote some of these plans, and one of that is to increase the supply of so-called immunization medications to Nigeria. And this has already been gradually implemented. because I could see since last year some of the boarding school, even in Biafra land, some girls have already taken it, and I made some statement, a personal statement to them why they shouldn't take it, because cervical immunization is not given to young people, it's given to older people from older age. Because what they plan to do is to manipulate the productive system and made these girls barren when it's time for them to have children. So what we're dealing with here is a fight between darkness and light, because the evil one is using people gate to destroy mankind, because they want to kill as many people as possible. And targeting Biafrans is not new, because they know what Biafrans are like. Biafran women are like old Hebrew women with productive womb. So they are using every mechanism, and Nigeria has already bought into Bill Gates' plan, and they've already been paid money. Even some of the organs that are being harvested, these are all targeted way of reducing the population. Some of these killings happening in the north is part of Bill Gates' plan. So they are not just copying the country; it's already planned. This pharmaceutical people have already been paid. Some Nigerians have already been paid to carry out this agenda, and it's part of Bill Gates' agenda. It's not just stopping them; it's stopping it from the top. Anything about Bill Gates in Biafra land has to be destroyed from the root, because Bill Gates is working for the demonic kingdom. I'm just saying it here. He's working for the demonic kingdom to reduce the population of the world. And part of that reduction is targeted to Biafrans, to Igbos. And also in our schools, especially in the girls' school, as soon as we give money, because our people think anything free is good, any medication free is good. The mentality there is already brainwashed. Most of our people don't understand that some medication is not meant to be taken. So I know they think it's coming tomorrow, 28th. It's already started. Maybe they are increasing the supply of this immunization syrup, because most of the time it's syrup. Some of them comes in capsules. But it's already, and our schools have targeted, especially our girls' school dormitories. This is my take on this, please. We have to create more awareness. Thank you, my PM. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Biafrans must report anywhere that this vaccine is being administered to our people in Biafra land. It has been banned. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, PM.
PM, they are reacting to our space now. Daily Post has just made a post 20 minutes ago concerning this very vaccine. They are on the defense side that is not meant to reduce African population. So it's on Daily Post right now. 20 minutes ago they posted it.
The vaccine remain banned in Biafra land, and we need everybody to go to every villages, anywhere that vaccine is being administered. Make sure you get them and inject all the vaccine in them. Let them carry it and go back to their homes. Thank you.
Thank you, PM. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dominica. Thank you for your submission. Please, everyone that is still in the room, raise your hand if you want to respond. If you're not raising your hand, it doesn't make it easy for me to call you. Thank you very much. Michael, please unmute yourself. Michael, you are not unmuting yourself. Okay, I'm going to give the microphone to our sister Betty Ford, who is also part of the media team. Betty Ford, please unmute yourself and bring your question, please.
Hello, fellow Biafrans all over the world. I thank you all for joining. I thank you, my comrades and my wonderful PM. Each time I listen to our PM, there is something I have to learn. There is something my people, an adage that my people say that "Na onye kpu igu ka ewu na-eso." We will continue to follow you, my PM. You are amazing. You are a freedom fighter with swag. You know, when people are criticizing someone, like a pastor I saw from your Twitter, if people are not talking about you, then you are nobody. But you are a 1 million man. You know, when we were in Biafra during the war, the question we were asking, when will this war end so that we will go and start our primary school? You have answered us all the questions. I know that it's not good that Onyendu is where he is today. But my people, believe me, if Onyendu is even here with us till now, the level at which our prime minister, the speed, in Zama people wouldn't have allowed him to do it. I don't have any question, but I just want to plead with the prime minister. If he can, because he announced the number of votes we had today, those areas, if it is possible to tell these people in homeland so that they will be telling those voters coming in about this immunization. I know that they may have started giving it to some people. It's just a suggestion anyway. Any person that comes to vote, let them give the person that information that they should alert our girls, because Bill Gates wants to reduce the population, as our sister said, but the Fulanese, they have their own agenda. They will be transporting it to the southeast just to harm our women. That's it, my Prime Minister. Thank you so much. We will continue to follow you wherever you go because you know the road. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, our own Betty Ford. Thank you so much. All right, Onwanyama, unmute yourself and bring your question.
Good afternoon, my Prime Minister. Pastor Van Van Van.
You're welcome.
May God bless all of us.
Welcome.
As usual, I don't have any question to ask my Prime Minister because I know everything he is doing it for our good. Every time I call him, I always remind him that Biafrans love him. We pray for you. We cannot love you less because you are the only man standing. See us, see death. You are standing at the middle of us. My prayer for you is that every arrow of the enemy, they will not get to you. Every plan of the wicked, they will not get to you. Everything they are doing against, they are saying against you. We thank God today that Biafrans, we don't cry no more. Earlier last space, before I will say something, I will start to cry. Thank God today we no longer cry. They have killed us, we no longer do it. The table has really changed. And the testimony is coming from the enemies. Keep it up, my Prime Minister. May Elohim bless you. We love you to the moon and back again. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Wanyama. All right, we are giving the microphone now to Nwanne. Hold on, Nwanne, hold on. Michael, are you there? Michael, your hand is up.
I'm here.
Please go ahead. I've called you before. Go ahead and bring your question, please.
Good afternoon, PM. Sorry, I'm at work. I'm trying to call. I didn't know when you called earlier. I think my phone was messing up.
Yeah.
My questions go to my PM. PM, I have issues that I've been worrying about. Regards to the histories of past freedom fighters, for instance, like U.S. where I resided, and also South African had got to do with Nelson Mandela. So when you look at Nelson Mandela was fight for the freedom for South African, and we also know the history of South Africa history right now, what is going on there. But my afraid is I don't want us to have the same freedoms like Nelson Mandela have, and also United States had to do with Martin Luther King Jr. during his assassinations. Um, if we look at the past of my understanding observations of U.S. I think the freedom that he was fighting for U.S. is not what they are receiving today. I think he was assassinated in a way to give Black Americans the freedom which made them to become indirectly slavery and sluggish in progressions. When you look at the South Africans, uh, they were giving them power, they were giving them freedom, but actually the capital, which is money, uh, was given to white folks, which were able to control the South Africa right now. They have businesses. So I'm asking PM, is he looking that directions because we have many enemies, which they will never gonna allow us to be that free as what we are hoping to get. I'm kind of worried. Are we also looking at directions such things not to happen to us? With the way the momentum of our freedom, which we also close to it, and that direction. That's the only question I have. I don't know if also thinking about direction. So we're not gonna make that past mistakes on other previous freedom fighters, South Africans, Nelson Mandela, and also Martin Luther King. And the freedom that US are receiving today is not actual freedoms. He was assassinated because they think, my own understanding, my opinions, they think if if he's alive, the freedom he's fighting for, he's not going to accept it. In other way to accomplish their own wishes, in a way, take him out from take him off, then provide what the kind of freedom that white folks want him to be. Thank you.
I don't know if
I really do not understand your question, but a lot of people have paid the price for Biafra, and we are here to finish it.
So my question says, now like Nelson Mandela fought for freedom in South Africa, and now as you look at it now, it seems like the same freedom he's fighting for, his people is also suffering for right now, and also the same thing leads to America. Martin Luther King fought for freedom for Black race, Black Americans.
The mistake you people are making is to use America and South Africa for reference as Biafra are fighting. Is that freedom? Did these people fight for their own nation? I don't know why. What is the similarity in South Africa and America? Martin Luther King Jr. was fighting for inclusive governance, not freedom. There is a difference between freedom, independent country, and inclusive governance. What Martin Luther King fought for in America is for inclusive governance. What Mandela fought for in South Africa is inclusive governance. It is not a freedom, it is not completely outright freedom or independent of the Black people in South Africa. So why are you people comparing these two, these two systems? It is completely different. We are not fighting to become Nigeria or to become something in Nigeria. We are fighting to become who we are before the formation of Nigeria. These are two different things. So there is nothing that is going to happen today that, after the Biafra has regained its independence, that will be worse than what you are going through in Nigeria. So what are you afraid of? Have you not seen debt? Have you not seen enough debt in Nigeria under Nigeria state? Have you not seen enough corruption, dilapidated state, road, and everything in Nigeria? So what is it that is going to be worse than what you are going through in Nigeria today? I don't think that should be, a thing of concern at this point, because the worst of Nigeria, the worst of Biafra will be the best that you are joining in Nigeria.
PM, sorry,
Yes.
I come in. I think you kind of misunderstand where I'm going for.
No, no,
It's not
I
like
really understand you. I'm just
so.
telling you that
Yes,
these are two
I
different things completely.
yes, I understood. I understood it deeply. What I'm trying to say, I understand that, the mistake our brothers and sisters making with Mazen and the cow previous IBOB in Nigeria. What they were fighting is for what Martin Luther King and Nelson Mandela was fighting with ESM stuff. But some of them pretend not to understand your directions with government in exile. It give you the power, equal power to talk to every government in the whole world. But at that time, so when Mazen was doing that, they knew what they were doing. Perhaps I assume that Mazen knew, but those were, as a DSS agent, were employed to do that in a way to continue to deceive Mazen Nakal. That's why anytime Mazen Nakal speak to U.S. senators and all that, they know they're not given the actual right because of they were fighting in Nigeria systems as to fight through senatorial movements or anything like government governors in other way to use that to vote for other to Biafra to exit, which what they were doing, which is not going to happen. So what you are doing is the actual thing. But what I'm trying to say, what we are going, the way our Biafra movement is going, I also trying to put that across for you to have in mind. If anything's going to occur, anything going to bring us, these oppressors in a globalist, we trying to, penetrate, also trying to make sure that what we're fighting for, we're not gonna get. I'm also asking you to look at that direction. Secondly, I'm also asking if you look at Musa when he was the video that he posted on social media. I watched it. His body movements, what he said in there, he said something like the commanders, some of them agreed to leave, but some are also not agreed to leave because of what they are getting. And he made the body movements and his gestures also speak to him, also review the time. It seems like when Hope Zodema was also when he was doing that havoc in Imo State. If you remember what happened, he pretended he doesn't know what is going on because he knew he was in charge. He also is involved with those that killing with ESMs and all China Sanwo. Every time he goes on social media, when he brought us questions, the body movement makes him suicide. I also want you to look in that directions and also make sure that everything's up, which I know that you're doing. But but for the histories that we have, encounter in the past, I know I'm trying to put into there for my observations. That's the reason I consent. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. But what I can say is that they are targeting us and we are targeting them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. PM, I don't know how long we still have to stay.
We can stay for the next 5 minutes.
Okay, sir.
So
Okay,
in
sir.
Igbo language, hane them and amedeha.
Okay. Hi, I'm Rugako. So whichever way they come, we give it to them. Thank you so much, my PM. They grab the microphone. You are the only one raising your hand now. The PM have only 5 minutes. If anyone else is here and is ready with a very important question, raise your hand after 1 minute because I can't see any other hand up. 1 minute, go ahead, please.
Hello, my beloved Prime Minister. I've been very, very happy since I've been following you. Anytime I hear from you, I feel happy. If I wake up in the morning, I don't see your tweet, I don't sleep. I feel uncomfortable. So what I want to say is concerning the vaccine. This vaccine did not start now. I remember some of my children, I have 2 girls that study in Nigeria. So when they wanted to, the school called me that they want to do vaccination. I told them that nobody should vaccinate my child. Even the one in the university, I told her that nobody, you should not tell anybody to vaccinate you because the school said that they cannot do that without the consent of the parent. So any mother or father, any school that vaccinates their child, you have every right to take the school to the court. So that's what I want to say about that. So I want to tell our Prime Minister what he says. Because today we are in a space where they say we should speak our dialect, that nobody should speak English there. So I told him that in my place, in Mbise, to be precise, when I notice some places when people are voting, people will come in mass, they will vote, But in my place, I called them. They said no, that our place is so dangerous that you don't even mention vote. They will come and take you. So we have a lot of sabo in my place because of our traditional ruler is a friend to Hope Uzodema. In my own, I will not mention my community. So what I'm saying into this effect is that what can we do in Mbise, to be precise, so that people will be free to do what others are doing in other communities? Because when I look at people lining up, voting, I feel happy. Even my junior brother at home, I called him, I asked him, have you voted? He said, he has never had anything. If there is anything, this is a match. He said he has never had anything. Okay, in April, he has never had anything about voting. I said, okay, what you need to do, send me your full name, your date of birth, the date of your wife. I will help you to vote. And that was how I voted him. I told him that I even voted. My mother is almost 90 years now. So what are we going to do concerning the sabos in Mbise, so that our people can get this freedom to be free like other communities we see today on lining up voting? Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Thank you very much. I don't understand that question. Is it
Sir?
a question or a comment? Did you ask question or you just make comment?
I made comment about the vaccine.
Okay,
My question is about the voting in my particular place in Mbise, to be precise. When I ask, they say some people, when you talk about the voting, they will come and pick you up. And it's so rampant. I've made inquiries. That's what is happening. I now ask them, even in our telegram, our state telegram, ask them, what of other places that people are coming up? Those places have been conquered. So I don't know if the problem is from the people at the homeland or those, I don't know. So I want you to look into that and know why our people are not being free enough to vote like other people in other communities. Thank you, sir.
okay, thank you.
Thank you. My Minister of Information is back on. Minister, please, if you can grab the mic. I don't know what happened to you since. Grab the mic if you
Thank
are
you.
able.
Thank you. Thank you,
There are two more.
Mazira.
There are two more people that are here, and PM said he has 5 minutes. So if you can take
Yeah.
them, and then we'll
Who is
conclude.
Thank you. And people, thank you, the Prime Minister. I have some questions to the Prime Minister to be able to clear some doubt in the minds of Biafrans. Prime Minister, we are made to understand that when the zoo terrorists were reinforcing and trying to buy many slave and aiders and slave boys of one Nigeria that serves in Biafra land during the time of Ojukwu, that the more they tried, the more the Biafran people were coming closer and giving their support to Ojukwu and his army of Biafra. What do you see reoccurring in your own time relating to what the Biafran people did to Ojukwu that time, considering the sabos that we had, and the Biafran people of today in your government, in the de facto and in exile, as you draw close to the declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra?
What we did and what we are doing differently is that we have designed a mechanism that you can never betray and succeed.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Another question, please. Why is the zoo terrorists, from their presidency to the military and to the governors and all those shouting one Nigeria, drawing away from acknowledging them, Biafran Republic government in exile, as a government in the Biafran territory?
Of course, you know, that is a validation. So they will avoid it as long as possible. But you know what? Because we know what we are doing, we'll continue to press their neck until they open their mouth and shout it. And once they shout it, they will start shouting it. For example, the same thing to the Biafra Defense Force. Have you ever heard them telling you that Biafra Liberation Army do this and do that? They avoid the name, But you know what? We have been always announcing, especially when they neutralize those terrorists, we announce it. Have you ever heard any day they wrote and say Biafra Liberation Army did this and did that? They continue to mention ESN because they know what we are doing, they know what we know, and we know what they know. But when they come, they will tell you ESN that we have actually disbanded many years ago. They continue to mention ESN. So that's something that you should know. But you know what? We continue to stick to what we are doing. One day, they will not only cry, but they will shout the name Biafra Liberation Army. And that will be the beginning of the end. I said, I am waiting for the day this Tinubu will talk about Biafra. That will be the day the fall will begin. So we know what we are doing. The more they hide, the more they try to pretend they don't know what is happening, the more this thing is eating them up, and the more they are going down. They will continue to pretend as if they don't know what is going on. But one day, Musa will come and shout Biafra Liberation Army. Thank you.
A lot of people are skeptical about the power and legitimacy of a government. It's what has kept some Biafrans in the dark because Nigeria teaches them only how to read and not how to reason or to assimilate information. Could you throw more light on the powers and legitimacy and the importance of a government in exile for those that are still docile to be able to understand and to learn something?
The people that are yet to understand is just they are very stupid. They don't want to understand. Otherwise, a simple search, even if they search it and read and they still understand it, is because of this personal hatred and greed, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu preached many years ago. That the people he need in this struggle are people that are without personal greed, and jealousy. That is what has beclouded many of them. Otherwise, a simple search. And these are the people who claim to be fighting freedom. They don't even know what is government in exile. They don't even know that many countries that have fought and liberated themselves from oppressors formed government in exile. And from government in exile, they transited to the de facto government and become independent state. From Bangladesh to Poland to almost every country that fought independence have one time government in exile. Government in exile enjoy the same right than other government. The only thing is that because your territory has been occupied by the oppressors and you will be operating in exile. And in fact, we even have more privilege than any other government in exile in the history. I am telling you the fact. There is no government in exile that have the privilege that the Biafra government in exile has today. We control the entire territory of Biafra. We have the loyalty of the people, yet we are still struggling because of the interest and because of how they have bastardized our people, damaged their brain, and they continue to use this divide and rule and all that. When they tell you this group is this group is that, and then you say, oh, they are not even unity and all that. Distraction. Otherwise, tell me any country in the world that have fought for freedom and have been able to, achieve what the Biafra have achieved as an independent nation. But of course, we're getting there. So when they say Biafra is the last miracle on earth, I don't think it is the appropriate word, but that particular word is to show you the complication and the difficulty and how complex the problem of Biafra. That's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used that last miracle on earth. So we have been able to do what no other government in exile has ever done. Having all this structure in place, controlling the entire territory, having the loyalty of the people in their millions, 70 millions. You can imagine where 10 million have actually participated with all the disenfranchisement and threat. Like just one of the callers just said that they are picking people up who are talking about voting in one place in the old former Imo state. Yet people are trooping in millions to vote. So that shows you where we are going. So what I'm trying to say is that this particular movement today is something that no other nation has been able to achieve. Biafra, a government in exile, has the right to conduct election, have the right to form a political party. Government in exile have the right to build their own military, their own forces. The government in exile have the right to protect their own territory if they have the opportunity. And Biafra Republic government in exile is not an exceptional. It's not exemption from this right that government in exile have to enjoy. And like I said, we are not the first. So they should go and just about government in exile to get themselves educated. And some of them will come to social media and tell you, okay, remain in exile, exile, exile. And they will be talking about it as if they are mocking you. And, when I look at these people, I will just say, was this who actually talking about Biafra in the past? Because they don't even know what is government in exile. When they hear government in exile, you can imagine, oh, he's prime minister in exile. And they will be mocking you on that. But you know what? When we formed this government in the beginning, they said, oh, very soon they will take him. Which kind of government in exile? What is government in exile? Because these are the people who sleep on social media every day. They couldn't just take their phone, search on the Google to know what is government in exile so they can get themselves educated and save themselves from the shame. But they don't have shame and they don't even care to learn. So we are exercising this right judiciously, the right that government in exile enjoy judiciously. It is well recognized under international law, irrespective of the fact that it's very difficult for nations to, recognize them as an independent nation, but at the same time, it, gave that particular way for the nation to, to become an independent state if the right approach is followed. At this point, we are following every approach, and all of them cannot be wrong. Thank you.
Prime Minister, General Ojukwu was the governor of the Eastern region for years before region, prior to the time of the declaration. So let's say that the Biafran people had already known him as their true leader. So it has been years and they knew him. And you are not in Biafra land, but you are in Finland. So how did you experimentize all the Biafran people all the way from Finland that within a year and some months, everything is going suave?
The spirit of Ojukwu you mentioned is also involved. What Ojukwu did, or what Ojukwu did not do, was having this structure that could convince the external world, apart from those who supported Nigeria blindly, to know that they can actually rule themselves. Because the narrative they have shared for many years is that you can't govern yourself. You can't govern yourself. They forgot that during the time in the 60s where they have the regional government, Biafra people actually governed themselves very well, and the GDP was very, very high. They forgot that on purpose because of the, their business and oil interest. They didn't tell other people. But every time they will tell you, oh, you cannot govern yourself. Even today, but we have proven them wrong. And that's why they are using so many people you see today, the IPOB in Nigeria, to tell you, when you see the report yesterday, that, oh, there is a conflicting order. Biafra Republic government in exile is issuing order that IPOB Nigeria issued 30th day of May, and the Biafra Republic government in exile is countering it. And you ask yourself, which one was the first to issue the sit at home? It was the Biafra government in exile on the 27th of April. But of course, because it was not reported, then they tried to support the IPOB Nigeria, who have been against sit at home for the past 3 years. And ask yourself, when last did they order sit at home for May? Last year, for example, 30th of May, where the people had upheld this particular Heroes Day, Remembrance Day of May that last year. The records are there. They say people should stay in their home and pray or with orgy or something like that. Or, not even sit at home, but people should do, they say it's a palliative or upliftment or whatever they call it. But we ordered the sit at home last year for the remembrance of the Heroes Day, and which Biafra obeyed. This year they came out, they want to do sit at home. So our own is that we are not doing sit at home just for the remembrance of the Heroes Day because the heroes continue to die even today. Heroes are dying. So we cannot continue to remember heroes when we have not even gotten our freedom. What we do now is to channel that particular exercise to something that will add to the liberation of Biafra, which is to make sure that Biafra participates in this self-referendum vote. If we can record 4 million today in Monday, I know that in these coming 3 days, a lot of things will happen. So we are looking for whoever that have not voted to participate in the voting in these 3 days. So Ojukwu, that was the governor of Eastern Nigeria, he have advantage of just military, hardware. Okay, that is the only advantage. Otherwise, there is no other thing advantage than Ojukwu today, and that's why we are making this progress. In addition to the awareness and the pain that came from the aftermath of the Civil War, which is also aiding to what is happening today. So we have more Ojukwu today, both in the global level and in the local level. Thank you.
Prime Minister, if you say you or your government or Biafran people of today have more advantage than the time of Ojukwu, will you play into the media? Because we saw that the British used the BBC and the Premium Times of London as a propaganda means during the genocide, and there was no way the Biafran media could have reached out to the media. Could you give accolade that the Biafran people of today have been able to use the media as a tool of warfare?
Of course, exactly. That's exactly what it is. So the media is what we don't have, and today we have the media, and that's what what is making the difference. And you see, that propaganda of BBC can never work this time around. Remember, they tried it when the time they came up with disinformation, thinking that when they do the documentary of disinformation, we are going to disappear and run away. Everybody will be running. Oh, they are my name. They are calling my name on BBC. They say I'm disinformation. Oh, they are causing terrorism. They are causing violence. Our information is making people to go gaga in Nigeria. They thought when they do it, we are going to run away. They did that, but of course, the IPOB Nigerian criminals, they disappeared for a few days. All of them were panicking. But we came stronger on the social media. Today, where is that documentary? Where is it? Is anybody talking about it? It's only when I post it now they will even remember that or something like that. But they did it, thinking that when they do it, all of us will disappear. Where are we today? We come stronger on them. And we are going to even come more stronger. So no amount of blackmail propaganda by any BBC or CNN is going to jitter us because we know what we are doing, we know our focus, and we have vision. And that vision must be accomplished, and nothing in this earth will stop us. So the media has been, yes, the media has been one of the biggest tools we have. Thank you.
Prime Minister, in the middle of the genocidal war of 66 to 70s, British government used a chopper and they were disposing of a propaganda leaflet against the Biafran people inside Biafra land while the genocide was ongoing. You will be declaring Biafra in December 2nd. What do you foresee of a repetition of this kind in the declaration and the restoration of Biafran nation?
And they have done it already. Did you not see them sharing leaflets and flyers on my name, calling me criminals, calling me terrorists, that nobody should listen to me? Are you not seeing that in Biafra land?
So what will be your advice to the Biafran people?
We don't need to advise them. Biafra will be the one to advise you. Biafra will advise anybody that is not. I'm telling you the fact. Where is the effect? Where is the effect of the sharing of the flyer today? Are people not sitting at home? Go to Biafra land today and see what is happening. So Biafra are ready to advise anybody who is even shaking. Just look at how they are standing on the line, casting their vote. No amount of propaganda by the Nigeria state will convince any genuine Biafra now. That is what is giving me joy. So I am not even bothered about their shenanigans and their sharing of flyer. They have done it. They have done even worse than that. You see, in most of the function, they put a flyer, a poster of media, saying IPOB is evil. You even see them dancing on the market. Where are those dancing on the market today? They made a video, they were playing music, dancing in the market. Oh, say no to IPOB. Oh, they carry car and all that. Where are those effects today? It doesn't hold water. Biafra have rejected them, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. So it is the life they are living. So they know better now. Because you know why? Biafra people have seen that indeed there is a government that can fight for them and protect them. And we have proven to be, very, very ready to defend Biafra people, and we have done it. So Biafra land today, they are going to farm, while other parts of Nigeria, they are not going to farm. People are getting killed every day in their farm and abducted. So Biafra is only safe today because of the activities of the Biafra Defense Forces under the Biafra government in exile. Who can beat that? Even as stupid as they are, somebody will still go back to his bed or her bed and think about what is going on. So most of people that are not yet supporting is because they are scared. They are scared of not us, but they are scared of the Nigerian terrorist state. Because if you, like somebody say, going to vote, they come to abduct you. Going to protest, they will kill you. So, it's only people with courage that will be able to support what we are doing openly. Today, we have defeated fear. So that fear has been defeated. Look at what is happening in Biafra land. People are going out boldly to vote and standing on the line and voting. Even the terrorists are scared of coming to kill our people anymore. Otherwise, if it is before now, you will see the patrol everywhere now. Python dance have done. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, Python dance. Was it not in Biafra land? It was in Biafra land. Where is it today? They said they have Udo. They said they have Udoka, whatever. So are you seeing any of them move as Udoka moved?
Prime Minister, all the criminal religious leaders that have been embezzling money from the poor masses that are dying in the hands of the Fulani terrorists, they have activated the Japa syndrome system. But they have been preaching that they need to do prayer and fasting for them to remove insecurity. And you have made Biafran people the safest place. And the person that was speaking earlier, which you played her voice, was the same person that said that Nigeria is turn by turn Nigeria limited. That as they have not kidnapped you today, they will kidnap you tomorrow. That she's waiting for her own turn to be kidnapped someday. What will you say about these Japa pastors that have Japa and left their congregation behind in the hands of the terrorists?
There are many of them that are actually speaking truth, most of these pastors, even though some of them are bad, but there are still those who are, preaching the word of God. So if you listen to one of the video I posted today, where the man said that, your enemy will lie and lie and lie until when, and that lying is for a purpose, until God will mitigate you, and people will, and they will expose themselves, and people will begin to trust you more. That's exactly what is happening. So when they come, they will tell you, oh, Nigeria is going to be good. They do prophecy. The same people that prophesy about Nigeria are the one running away. The same people that prophesy about Nigeria, how everything is going to be good, are the one telling you they have a dream. And because of the dream, they don't want to come back to Nigeria. These same people, their congregation, people go, if not them directly, those going to their church are the ones shouting on social media. Someone ever come to Nigeria, come to Nigeria and fight. Their pastor have already left them. They don't even know. Their pastor left them for ordinary having a dream. Ordinary dream that they had a dream. And that was how the pastor. But their congregation will be on social media, including on this space now, telling you, come to Nigeria now, come to Nigeria and fight. But their pastor, who they believe in, who they receive an anointing, and they already left them from Nigeria. They're in Nigeria, they're looking for visa, praying for visa. The man left them. He went to America and he don't want to come back because he had a dream that he's going to be attacked in Nigeria. So these are people that have deceived themselves. They continue to deceive themselves. We, Biafra people, we have been liberated, and we have, delivered ourselves from the bondage of these criminals who has passed. The same thing, nobody knows that Kumuyi is in the United Kingdom. Jackman. And he has been praying. I remember when I used to go to his church in those days when we were small. They would say, Kumuyi is coming. We'll go to crusade. We'll go there. They will shout. Hey, they will shout from heaven to earth. And then at the end of the day, they say some people have received blessing. All of us will carry. One day I was praying that, let me see how this Holy Ghost will touch me to fall. I never fall for one day, will go to this crusade, Kumi will come. They will say the man of God. He will pray, and people, at the end of the day, they will tell you Nigeria is good, Nigeria is going to be good, everything. Till today, now Kumi finally run away from Nigeria. abandon his congregation and run away from Nigeria. Today he's talking from London. And many of the congregations not even know that he's no longer in Nigeria. He left them, Jackpot. So God of Biafra have come to deliver his people. And that's exactly what is going on. We are the pure people of God, and God always, his blessing and his protection is always on us. And our own is practical. So while you are praying to God, you have to also be practically living your life. Thank you.
Prime Minister, this other question now is to Biafrans in the diaspora, most especially in America, Europe, UK, and other parts of the Western world. Musa said his fraudulent government is working with the international community to repatriate some Biafrans that are supporting their freedom, and some of them are already shivering. What is your advice to the Biafran people in response to what Musa says, so that they will be well assured that nobody has the right to stop them from their self-defense?
It is a psychological welfare they want to use against us. And I don't think anybody should fall for that particular thing at this point. Even if anybody comes today to arrest me, don't panic. Believe me, I am ready for anywhere. So forget about whatever they are saying. It's psychological talk to demoralize you. Don't be demoralized. Don't be distracted. Don't move. What you are doing is right. Anywhere, any place they take you to, know that it is your right for self-defense. And what you are doing is to encourage people back home to defend themselves against terrorist state. And nobody, there is no crime anywhere in the world. There is no crime, there is no law anywhere that says you must allow yourself to be killed when they come to kill you with AK. I have said it. If they come with AK-47, buy AK-47 to defend yourself. If they come with GPMG, buy GPMG to defend yourself. If they come with knife and machete, get a machete to defend yourself. That is what law says. You just stay, somebody come with AK-47 to kill you. And then let me also, for those Nigerians who will be, when the military come to kill Biafra and the Biafra Liberation Army resist them and neutralize many of them, they will say, oh, you have caused problem now. Now the community is going to pay for it. And this is happening for many years. Is that how a country should be? If somebody come to kill you, you resist the person, and then the people will be supporting the criminals in the army to go to the community and burn the community. Is that how a country should be? Why are you supporting that? If you know that somebody neutralize you when you come to kill, go and look for the people who neutralize you, who carry gun. Not innocent women, not innocent children, not homes that did nothing to you. Why would you go and start burning the home? And this is the impunity that they support. So my people, anybody that come to kill you with AK-47, get AK-47, gun the person down first. That is the law of self-defense. You don't wait for the person to kill you, and then other people that the bullet did not hit will get a video of you and post it on social media. This is what Biafra have done for many years. This time around is bullet for bullet, gun to gun. So anybody that listens to Musa, don't listen to him. He is doing that, trying to demoralize some of you who may not know your right. Your right is that you are not in Nigeria and you encourage people to defend themselves. That is only what you do. I am the person that anybody who wants to take anybody should be me, not you. I am the one commanding the people to defend themselves in the homeland. So whenever anybody comes to you, tell them that your prime minister is there, go and hold him responsible. Thank you.
Prime Minister, the Biafran government and the Biafran parliament in anticipation have made it clear that Biafrans in diaspora who are shying away from supporting their freedom will face stringent measures when Biafra is restored. For Biafrans back home that have faced the brunt of one Nigeria for years to this very day, does their participation and their sacrifices exonerate them from any that await those that did not support Biafra when Biafra is restored?
Their sacrifice at this point is very, very applauding. And definitely those in homeland will have a different policy than those in the diaspora who did not support. Homeland people will definitely have a different policy. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then also, and then also, let me make it very clear that those people that, because this question you asked, they are listening, they would think that the comment of Musa is working, so he need to come out again to make a threat again, because that's the word exactly how they do. So now they're listening to this particular space, they will say, oh, even the Minister of Communication is now saying it, that people are scared because of Musa saying that they're going to be profiling people and all that. We are not scared of anything. I am telling you the fact. That is what now Musa is going to be coming every weekend now, or twice in a week, to tell how they are profiling the people, how they are listing the name. That now in the space, Simon, somebody minister is talking about, okay, people are scared because he made a comment that they are profiling. I am telling you the fact, and that is what they call the psychological warfare. Don't fall for it. It's a scam. Thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Prime Minister, this question goes like this. If my father today in the diaspora or in the homeland supports Biafra with everything, when Biafra comes, assuming that I am underage now, do I have legitimacy because of my father's name to have the same right as someone that supported Biafra? And what also applies to someone that his father did not support Biafra, even if he or she, as a child, was not even aware of his father's status in the support of Biafra, then will he now come to face the ill consequences of the crimes his father committed against supporting Biafra?
No. Underage Biafrans are completely exempted from every policy concerning the Biafra struggle. Completely exempted, 100% exemption. They are not part of it. Thank you.
All right, I yield my mic for now. Mazivan Vamba, to you, please. Okay, I think Van Van is not there. Prime Minister, how many more minutes do you still have?
I think we should round up, because I had 5 minutes before you started your question. So the program should end here. And the next one will be the State of the Union address on the 30th of May by 7 p.m. Biafra time. So Biafran should hook up to that State of the Union, where a lot of things will be addressed. Thank you very much. And of course, a lot of updates will be given in the remembrance of our fallen heroes. At the same time, we'll be updating Biafrans on the vote, updated vote as at that time. I want to thank you all, the media houses that are here, journalists that are here. Please, when you write what I say. Do not add salt. Do not add pepper. Don't subtract. Don't minus. From here, from me, is good evening. May God bless you. May God bless Biafra. Airborne to the Biafra Liberation Army.